house belongs to Mother now. As you belong to us, we shall start with your juicy entrails, then slowly savor your delicious brains.
Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Thankfully, no.
Getting better every day.
This transcendence.
This is
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally.
Fragile, but not as fragile as you.
I feel stronger already.
You are within our reach.
now that actually hurt.
Hasty cabal. We lead you first.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall fill your belly with my blade, demon.
Send reinforcements!
thought man thing was ugly. Time to bleed. Don't play. Time's up for these jumps.
Feel my call.
We will peel back your flesh.
Better not stain my cloak.
Mother blesses us with power. Mother blesses us with strength. We protect the mother, and the reward is
I think Lilith was a vegetarian.
No half measure.
You don't have to show off for me, Blade.
Watch close. These fanatics are always the same.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
you will suffer for that. Stop stalling.
Let's do this.
Let's give it a go.
Like being stuck in a wild demonic possessed chewing gum.
We'll have to deal with a few more, I'm afraid.
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Such easy
Hey, big guy! Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Ah, of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than...
Then the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest. Not to be the nagging old...
Hunter, you look scathed. What's up, Sunshine? Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
I assure you, there is nothing to fear here.
Well, it's easy to say not to be scared of things that go bump in the night when you are a thing that goes bump. I don't even watch horror movies, and now I'm living in...
Horror movie?
Oh, you'll love them. Imagine a painting come to life. Moving, talking, telling a story, one that just happens to be pulled from your very worst nightmare. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please... Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing. My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again. We were all so happy then.
stop her! Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the Forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the Forge. I think he has another present for you. Hi, kiddo.
Next thing I know, the Sanctum is airborne and covered in slime. Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams. Hunter. Caretaker's never exactly been bubbly, but the last couple of months, she's been in a real bad mood. Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
Now?
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
indestructible. And we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could be... I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
I cannot help but feel partially responsible.
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting changes in both magic and science months before you. But yeah, things have definitely hit high gear since then.
Seen anything?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room magic. Cats.
I am sure there are worse.
Oh, true. I could be rooming next to Carol. Her snoring is loud enough to wake the dead. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm happy we have a place free from Lilith's influence.
What sort of thing?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we... Sounds insane, but sometimes it's...
Okay. So, what?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish upon a star. We need to know what we're making first and put together the right... Otherwise, I'd have already whipped up Strange a new...
You must have an interesting origin story.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous... Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's foot. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
You seem well adjusted.
Exactly, which means there's hope for you yet. I find these apocalypse scenarios will save you ton.
Thanks for catching me.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time. Whoa! Thought you were a ghost for a second. You aren't, are you? Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting school, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line, I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? Analyzing it. I'm pretty sure Charlie left the scanning coil in the hallway. Third stage. You're welcome, Hunter.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard. Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
I learn faster if I understand the person who...
I can respect that. Go ahead.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the...
Yes?
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn...
That is how I understand.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name...
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter.
You do not consider...
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
How did you be...
You say that like I had a choice.
How is that...
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was... Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before...
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Not until I met Caretaker.
And...
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the...
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until...
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club...
Tell me about...
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a...
Guess I never found the right...
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. If I trust you...
What What can you...
Nothing.
I'm not asking you to...
Fine. Which one?
Tell me about...
She's the youngest, but she acts...
Why let her act?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we...
What makes you...
She has a lot, and that's why we... Who else?
What about...
He's exactly what he seems. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or anybody else.
What do you know about Magik?
Keeps to us.
That is...
She's a private person, until she lets you in.
When does she...
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll... Who else?
Tell me what you think.
Well, there are a few people I tolerate. Sarah, I respect. She sees... I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And...
I am surprised.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's...
I do.
Who else?
Nobody.
Sure.
Do you have...
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger of Lilith. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will... Speaking of training, we doing this?
I am ready to...
Finally. Ready for more? I think we've got something for everyone. Do your thing. What's up?
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous, invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed this.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. As in Hydra. They've got an... Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather
Just how far are you?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if... You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
On the prowl?
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say gamma?
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late night snack.
Don't worry, this is a different one.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Probably can scratch abandoned off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydra's. Lilith's. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
best can get better.
Watch this. Take this.
I serve until the end.
They've got friends.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Weak, even for Hydra. Too weak for this fight.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
record, Bruce? I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
You really think that'll be enough?